You've heard of budget sports cars that skim under the $20,000 radar, but what if I told you that for less than the price of a brand new hatchback, you could be holding the keys to a tire shredding, sideways sliding, adrenaline pumping monster? That's right. Today, we're diving into the world of automotive insanity, counting down the most powerful rear-wheel drive sports cars you can actually buy right now for under $20,000. So if you've ever dreamed of taming a legend, stick around because your dream car might be a lot closer than you think. Let us kick things off with one of the most addictive and fun engines of the late 2000s. The 2009 BMW M6 Convertible is powered by a 5.0-liter V10 that pumps out a spine-tingling 500 horsepower and 384 pound-feet of torque. Thanks to that high-revving 10-cylinder, it rocks from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 4.6 seconds, all while serenading you with its exhaust note. And don't let the rumor of complex maintenance scare you off. Parts are out there. And for under $20K, you'll find well-kept examples of that balance, luxury, and lunacy. The M6's adaptive suspension soaks up bumps on your daily drive, then transforms into a corner-carving missile when you dial in sport mode. Simply put, it's an experience you won't forget, even if your bank account will. Shifting gears into our next German supercharged might, coming up is the Benz that packs a serious punch. Before AMG turned to turbos, it supercharged the SL class, giving us the SL56 AMG of 2002. Under that elegant hood sits a 5.4-liter supercharged V8, pushing out approximately 493 horsepower and 516 pounds-foot of torque. That thrusts you to 60 miles per hour in a blistering 4.5 seconds, a time that still rivals modern, far more expensive cars. And yes, it's a convertible too. With a rigid hardtop that folds away in seconds, the SL55 flaunts classic Benz luxury, featuring leather-wrapped everything and airbags to spare. Maintenance can be pricier than your average car, but buyers under $20,000K often snag models with fresh service histories. If you want supercharged grunt wrapped in grand tourist opulence, this AMG SL is your ticket. If you thought that SL was wild, buckle up, because our next Benz cracks it up another notch. The CLK63 AMG Convertible from 2008 is like the SL55's younger, more feral cousin. It mounts a naturally aspired 6.2-liter V8, good for 475 horsepower and 465 pound-foot of torque. That means a 0 to 60 sprint in roughly 4.4 seconds. While the high-revving V8 pulls all the way to 7,000 RPM with the top down, you'll get a symphony of induction noise that few modern supercars can match. The CLK's classic is tuned for balance, so power slides are easier to manage and more rewarding than ever. Here's the real kicker. Approximately less than 1,700 units of these bad boys were ever made in production. Isn't that crazy? Plus, with AMG-specific steering and braking upgrades, it's not just a straight-line bruiser. For under $20K, these convertibles are slipping on the market as enthusiasts upgrade to newer toys. So far, we've had a screaming BMW V10 and 2 AMG missiles. But what if you want something exotic and Italian? That's next. Here's where Italian flair enters the mix. The 2004 Maserati GranSport features a front-mounted 4.2-liter Ferrari-Derived V8 that delivers about 390 horsepower and 295 pound-feet of torque. It rocks to 60 miles an hour in a claimed 4.9 seconds, though many owners swear it's even quicker in practice. The exhaust note, a guttural, raspy bellow, lets you know you're in something truly special. Inside, you're greeted by handcrafted leather wood trim and that unmistakable Maserati trident on the steering wheel. Here's the real kicker. Maserati borrowed Ferrari's trick of using forged aluminum silicone alloy for the V8's pistons and crankshaft. Unlike conventional cast parts, these forged components were both lighter and stronger, reducing reciprocating mass by around 15%. The weight savings means the engine could rev more freely and respond quicker, improving the GranSport's power-to-weight ratio, and giving you that extra snappy throttle response that feels almost super-like. Sure, maintenance costs can be higher, but for roughly $18,000, you get drama exclusively, and the occasional side of the road cheese refuel stop, because these Italian engines love to drink. If you crave an experience that's emotional as it is thrilling, the GranSport won't disappoint. The 2003 Jaguar XKR marries British elegance with supercharged might. It's a 4.2-liter supercharged V8 that churns out 370 horsepower and 387 pounds-foot of torque, blasting it from 0 to 60 in about 5.2 seconds. The XKR's curves are timeless, wrapped around a chassis that loves to unwind on twisty roads. The buttery smooth engine thrusts you forward effortlessly, while the classic Jag interior, rich leather, oval gauges, and nodding cat logo wrapped you in heritage. Early models can be prone to head gasket issues, so look for cars with fresh cooling system work. But if you find a well-sorted example for under $15K, you've just unlocked British supercharged charm at a bargain price. Moving on with our list, our next two rides bring classic V8 power, starting with a Mopar icon. If you want to feel the road rumble, the 2010 Dodge Challenger SRT8 is your heavyweight champion. Armed with a 6.1-liter HEMI V8 producing 425 horsepower and 420 pound-foot of torque. It storms to 60 miles per hour in about 4.9 seconds, but it's not just straight-line prowess. The Challenger's suspension was stiffened in SRT guise, and Brembo brakes keep it honest under heavy use. Inside the cockpit's retro cues nod to the 70s muscle, but the seats and infotainment give you enough modern comfort with prices hovering in the mid-teens. You're scoring big block vibes without big block bills. The SRT8's presence alone commands respect. So if you want muscle car swagger on a budget, this Challenger checks all the boxes. Bagging the top spot of our list is the 2011 Pontiac GTO. A classic icon for sure. Under the hood sits a 6.2-liter LS3 V8, pumping out 400 horsepower and 410 pound-foot of torque. It dashes to 60 miles per hour in just 4.7 seconds, courtesy of its stout bottom end and available 6-speed manual. The GTO chassis benefits from the stiffer springs, larger stabilizer bars, and limited slip differential. Wasn't standard on all models, but performance was still great, making it surprisingly nimble for its size. Step inside and you'll find supportive seats, a retro-inspired gauge cluster, with values around $20K for well-maintained examples. The Pontiac GTO offers a head-turning design, muscular soundtrack, and pure V8 fun. You have it. 7 of the most powerful rear-wheel drive sports cars you can now pick up for under $20K. So go ahead, take a test drive, raise a little budget dust, and let that rear end step loose. Your next automotive adventure is just a sub-20K check away. With which one would you rather take home? Drop a comment below. If you enjoyed this video, please check out the previous video and make sure to subscribe to our channel for good content. I'll see you in the next one.